Molotovs used in the site right there, it was just laden with flames. The two players, Inters and Hobbit, were touching. They were connected by a rope right here. You can see them bumping into each other and still able to convert 3 massive kills. Huge from Inters. That's what you need from your rock right there. And then the mop and bucket comes out for NiP. As NiP are left with pebbles and peanuts here as they're just down to these pistols and going fast B. Hobbit's going to have a field day here too for him.
Protect
and
the
Inters is
weapon.
looking for another 3-piece.
Protect the weapon.
Delicious.
Yes, he knows.
Oh, he's done it with the flames instead. So, done the cooking.
Flambéed.
Give them nothing, but take
Come
from
on, boys,
them
you went fast.
everything.
What are you stuffing for now?
What is there to really get done? Run boost, of course. Yeah, that was what they needed.
Oh, they get another kill out of it.
Another kill.
Yeah, we'll take that.
A rifle and maybe even another kill if he's feeling really brave. And stunt nade does nothing.
Points though. Of the style variety.
NT in the chat.
All tied up. 11-11. Okay. This game's still got a couple of twists and turns left.
Yeah, NiP are going to be humbled here. It's going to be less than ideal. We're going to be seeing a couple of galols. And
Did he say
that's
galols?
really NiP's first time out. There's another little testament to how the amount of pressure they've been feeling. This is where we start to see the mark of that changing of the tide once again. Cloud9 with funds in the bank, a fully invested defensive side, and I mean, you know it's serious when Hobbit's not smiling. Try to keep a stone face as he makes sure his troops are prepared.
I'm just taking a quick look at the spawns right now because Shiro's actually been quite active, right? And that's what you want to see from your primary AWPer, especially someone as talented as Shiro. He has a very good spawn to cross mid quickly here for a pick or to jump up swiftly in towards the apartment's position and go quite aggressive. So just curious to see if he wants to take this and try and set the tone into round number 23 here.
You're right, yeah. Well, he hasn't asked for a smoke or a run boost.
This
He's
is a
actually just going
very
to do it on his own. What's his plan?
Just be a peek on the flash. Oh, jump for info. Re-peek off of this. He's likely to know there's no AWP, so this is confident stuff from Shiro here.
Yeah, just going to hold it. I have mid, he says, as one does jump across. Unless he's got eyes in the soles of his feet, will not have that info back. Where did Brolin's health just go? One down the gullet, more nades scooped up.
Again, but last time they full B-exec, it was with like 3 Molotovs. Oh dear, NiP has so much info. Get a move on right now. Inters can rotate on over. On an island is Hobbit. The fact that NiP is so far forward, they should be rotating 2 players and swiftly.
They are. There's a variety.
It might be too
what
late.
a Molotov. What a Molotov.
Feels like the site might be
Gap in the smoke.
Huge gap. But Rez across. Nice find through the smoke. Brolin unable to contribute a thing, but they are in. More info on the gap. They've got so much util for this retake. The bomb now down. A man to the good are Cloud9.
And 2 Banana on the retake right here. They have NiP pinned on in.
Flashing bad.
No.
Frag is better. Axel's got away back into through Banana.
Who pushes
They're
like
just in
that,
pool.
dude?
Oh, and another smoke frag. Hobbit doesn't need to see anyone. He's already got 2. A third seems likely. They just drop to the Hobbit. And that is another spotless round. A retake on B. And NiP so stubborn. So stubborn on this B site. They will not learn.
That right there, though, I was very, very worried there for the Cloud9 defense because they were out of position. They had 4 over towards A, even with NiP's forward position in towards the boiler room. It was just Hobbit on the site, but it actually worked out in their favor that they were playing retake on B because it meant they didn't take any casualties. There was forced gaps in the smokes right there because of how flustered it was onto the way into the site, and that caused bigger problems for NiP because every time they've entered B previously, they've been dealing with the deep play from Hobbit, from Inters into the backlands, or Shiro playing coffins with that AWP. This time, a whole different look. If you can't find the fights, they couldn't get into the site cleanly. They're going to have a hard time of holding on to this one. And consecutive timeouts now called from DJL to try and have a conversation about how they can get themselves back into this game.
on the microphone.
They don't have enough to go for a full investment as we get the highlights here of how Hobbit is apparently able to track everybody through the smokes. It is going to be a half buy coming out of NiP. Lost bonus maxed on out into the next. So all good as far as the buy department going into round number 25. But what can they make work? What execute? What pocket strat do they have up their sleeves right here? Is there any NiP magic left in the tank? Or is it just the namesake in play?
Oh, that smoke is very forward.
One-way in play.
Does that have an advantage?
Axel's thrown it out. That should cage any progression that Polomsky was considering.
This is very telling of once they get the territory they want, it will be some form of
I
set
feel like
piece.
not, because
Right,
if you
they've
flash, you
invested
can
into
get the
this utility
angles
for a reason.
afterwards.
We got a whole bunch of smokes,
The smoke will be behind you.
bunch of flashes. Now, if it's progressive, right, they could just work on mid-wall control first, or it could be more explosive. Smoke towards long, trying to draw out some util. It's doing exactly that. Flash top mid, and they will be given control here. So a lot of room garnered for NiP, still with a minute on the clock.
Yeah, and if you really want to run into a 4-man
Yeah.
stack, it's unenviable. Plopsky could molly
They are
graveyard
fucked.
or pit.
They have
The
to
only
kill
one
him
that's
long
detached from the pack.
if they want to do this.
Orb fires off a shot. Shiro known, noted. Smokes in the sky. They are committing here, and Inter's in the power position. They've missed the molly. Oh no, they know where he is at least. Oh, damn, he's down, and only Axel, the one spray.
Why?
One frag may not be enough. Insufficient.
How
as they
did
do
they die?
open
3
up. There was a
people on
4-man
site.
stack on the site, and NiP
Against
leave with 3
pistoleros.
rifles in a round.
Very unlikely round to see them bounce back in as well, and they just brute force their way in.
Stop it now, man.
Just brute force their way in. When Inter's popped up his head, he got noted. And it looked like a flash was getting thrown directly in his direction there. So when he popped up again, they'd already scoured into the site. Axel there with a wild spray, unable to convert anything more than 1 kill, and that's Plopsky's death. That's it. Axel being the A anchor. If I'm DJL, I'm probably changing the dialogue here to try and just condition them, press Shiro back, be very diligent with your flashes in future rounds so that AWP can't be a problem, and then try and go for these shortened Halls plays.
I mean, look, the 2 players that have been your biggest problems have both
I'll
been
tell.
problems at B.
Exactly.
It's Shiro, it's Hobbit. Both forced to save. I mean, why? It's definitely in your interest to have it less than favorable for them to have impact. Admittedly, you don't know what the reaction might be out of the Cloud9 setup.
But they even had 4 here, Alex.
Let's
This is
see
the
how this
crazy
went so
thing.
wrong. So Nafi's fully blind, fine. Smokes completely nullifies Shira's contributions. Inters gets run down, and then it was really Axel who couldn't get more than the multi-kill he was required to find. But yeah, the util, I mean, you talk about executes, that was just pistols.
Hey Forsen,
Last time
this
that
is
ball
your
was
daily
here as
joke
well, so
about
last opportunity
Americans.
that grew
Why
just
are
a-
Americans so
a
fucking
biscuit out of a
dumb?
round loss
Because
like
they
that.
shoot the ones that go
Did
to
hold on to a
school.
couple of guns.
I
There's
laughed
still residual
medal,
cash
I
left over
laughed
for Cloud9 here.
medal,
We'll
I
take
laughed
2 consecutive
medal,
with
I
NiP
laughed
wiping them
medal,
out
I laughed
completely.
medal, I laughed
This being one of
medal.
those 2.
Shiro really does only...
Actually, I have never heard that one before.
Might
and
be
I
the
heard a
AWP on
lot
the
of
ground
NA
as well
jokes.
here. Looks like, yeah, he's got it over towards library to scoop one up. It's just obscured
Oh, there
by
it
this
is.
banner.
I see, yeah, I see it there. Okay, I was making me worried out.
But this is the thing, right? So you had 4 at A and you still lose to a Tech 9 round? Like, you almost have to be certain that they'd want to go back
losing
towards
to
A
Tech
again.
9.
Forget about it. See what the change-up is.
Well, into starting A is a change-up.
And Hobbit that's willing to stomach a solo B.
This is the same setup they went for before when Nafany pushed on in towards the window room and had a lot of info. I don't know if he wants to go for the same type of maneuver, but they don't want to give up the mid control this time. Look at how many forward positions they have on mid right here. AWP on the slither gap, Inter's anti-flash, Nafany on the jiggle, and Axel babysitting Halls, who could also contribute to fight top mid. So they don't want to give up that space again, Cloud9.
Come on, 4 people on fucking A. You have rifles and up. If you fucking lose this one, it's this game is over. You'll be mindfucked forever.
Just does not choose to be in front of it.
Yeah, Nafany's also dropped back as well, so it didn't take a lot to get this at least postured mid control. NiP don't know what lies on the other side, but as Hampus drops out a lurk smoke here,
NiP
it
is
does
playing so
really look like they're
fucking
turning the
slow.
screws to
Holy
continue
shit, right?
towards A.
Every round. It's
Pretty standard
playing
util set you
so
see
slow.
lobbed out here to get this
Patient,
mid
I
control.
guess.
Well, there's one less defender this time.
And they're up.
And they already have a lot of position with plenty more flashbangs and Molotovs. Not a single smoke in play though, so this is going to have to be the gunfight. Oof. Oh, they know that Long is threatened. Brolin not going to be giving that one up. He's continuing to apply pressure there. Just as now, Hampus
what's
starts
the
dumping
point
his
in
usual as
shoulder
well.
picking
Rez
that
on
if
short
you're not
side.
gonna retake the
Axel, a bit of a hurt
angle?
locker here.
What
Shira
the
hiding in the smoke.
fuck?
Brolin could get caught out here. Barrel sticks out and problems now. Nafany double, running out of time. 8 seconds, the triple kill out of Nafany. They
Kill him
cannot
before he
contest the
plants.
plant.
What are
It
you
will
doing?
be 2v3. But so much done by Nafany and only Brolin now. He had a close one before. could he possibly pull the clutch? An ace clutch, no less, out of the bag. Coming in from every angle,
clutch.
still pit occupied. Enters alongside his first focus and already chipped away at. That's the end of that. Cloud9 recover, courtesy of Nafany. 3 on their commitment.
He's got 11 kills to his name here, but that is only his second multi-kill in the game so far, and a multi-kill that he had to get right there to shut that one down, because you saw the barrel get spotted on the way through that long side. Shiro just gets absolutely blanked. And Nafany steps on up, mows them down, and grabs Cloud9 their 13th. But this game is back and forth, a tug of war.
Oh, it was behind the box. Right.
The plant is great. It gets NiP back into the buys here, but here it is one more time. The in-game leader. 3 huge kills, and he knows how much that one means. Getting fired on up. That's his signature right there. And an NiP back into a timeout of their own. While we said it's likely that they continue towards A, they went into a less defended bomb site this time round and were unable to collapse with the rifles in the same way they did with the Tech 9s in the previous. Still plenty of cash. No T-sided AWP being opted for here, and you can understand why. They're operating as quite the unit here, NiP, and it is tidy. But do they want a playmaker now to enter the server and try and find them something early? Because they're getting the space. Do they want to find an opening kill? Do they want to be a bit more aggressive in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, don't forget, for the last 2 rounds, it's been just Hobbit to B. There's
We're
not going to be a lot of util that will stand in your way. I say that as they dispatch 3 off spawn. So if you do try knocking on Banana's door now, there is going to be a lot more than you bargained for. Faking it. Pulls more utility out of the CTs as Rez will mantle up. Typical procedures, announcing an app's presence. 3 of them, in fact, are actually maneuvering. Only Rez the one to make a song and dance about it.
Yeah, this is actually quite conservative stuff from NiP. It's just a default spread in similar fashion as what Cloud9 would do, right? Avoid as much
balls to peak
as possible.
I like
Shiro
it.
apparently wants to have a look mid-round. AWP train, shot taken, aggression noted. And that's going to make them a little bit more skittish as they try and take this mid-control here.
Ooh, yeah, actually, that incendiary extinguished through the boiler smoke. It's a bit unfortunate there.
Knocking on the door of A again, 57 seconds on the clock. Flash forward, mid-control taken, and maybe they want to try and creep up again. We've seen it work once for NiP.
This is dreamy.
This is the same play. This worked for them before.
Yeah, but Nafany's not going to be susceptible to
why
that flashbang. Now, Exile, at any point can strike Rez long range onto Shiro, so he doesn't go down empty-handed. You do see the nade softening him up. 7 HP, and that is another successful A take from the Ninjas. I mean, I was going to say if it ain't broke, but it was previously. They just come straight back to it.
Yeah, we've seen that round before out of NiP, right, where they're able to snake their way up and be so threatening right there. But that shot over towards Shiro in Library, right, he takes a little bit of flak damage, and then I think that being scared on off, right, he peeks back in and gets absolutely destroyed right there. And in that kind of a passive setup, it's great if they execute. It's not great if they walk on up on you like that, because they can just sit, wait, and isolate the fights. How are you meant to get out of the cold 0 box and the graveyard position? You're very, very locked on in on those holds.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Cloud9 opt for something more forward.
They have to.
I mean, boost up on quad, have someone anti, someone underneath. Just don't let NiP ever get into that stat, because that just seems like a guarantee. Once they've got that much territory and can just slowly dig their claws deeper into you. This is 13-13. We continue to trade blows back and forth for the last 4.
Brolin has really turned this game around. Now, I know it was the super, super early stages, but you remember, I think it was like 0-5 at one point. He's now topping the scoreboard right here for his squad. 17 kills for him. 13 for Esatag, 12 for Rez, 11 for Plopsky, and 10 for Hampus. So Brolin finding some impact here, the newest addition to the NiP jersey. AWP brought over towards B early here, and maybe the play would be to set Shiro up, post him up with the AWP, and allow the rifles to rotate back on over and try and bolster A. They haven't played too far forward on mid here with this setup, and as we continue to do color by number Counter-Strike, the basics, the defaults, the bread and butter
I don't get it.
of the high level
What is a
play.
Molotov there instead of smoke middle?
The boiler and holes control. They can't take this banana
There's no
push.
smokes incoming.
Maybe a fast flank. Maybe relinquish this long side. They're not really using it. They're not going long whatsoever, right? It's traditionally mainly up this short side.
It would be out of character from Cloud9 though.
Well, the fight's coming again here. Rinse and repeat from NiP.
Go rotate fast!
But nothing to report Banana, but safe passage through CT. Forsens
They're
quiet
too
for a
late.
moment.
It's already
3
over.
CTs maneuvering back to the A site, but here comes the ninjas. Just multiple stages to their take. Axel burnt, hiding in
He's
the
just
smoke.
stalling.
Naphany
He's
pre-aimed
stalling. They're both
perfectly
stalling
to
in
the
pit.
drop-off. And he's got Brolin in his sights as well. Can't seem to finish him. And it's Hampus that saves him from the heavens, from the top rope. Axel can't
how's he
find
done
anyone.
this?
He's been
One
hiding
peek.
in plain sight this whole time.
Bro.
And we will find a 2v2. Now the bomb is in pit. You've got 30 seconds, and Hobbit's heading on over. The re-smoke should deny any contributions from Hobbit. Inters has short side, though.
He's gonna push through. He's gonna push through.
Had short side. He won't have any options now, so they can leave pit. 15 apps possible. Hampus, considering his options.
All right, it's pushing.
Very
1,
prepared.
2.
No!
No.
Out. Oh, a dink exchange. The AK's better, and NiP leave with the 14th.
Wow.
DJL knows how much that one means. He was so close.
What a tight round that one was, especially with the dink coming on through. A risk taken from Hobbit there to push through the smoke and try and catch a bit of a timing. The shot was good, just couldn't connect onto the second bullet necessary to get that kill.
Look at Axel's maneuver. So he actually leaves pit completely, safe and sound, strikes onto S attack. But this second 2v2, oh, dink exchange and res quick onto Inters. So, ooh-wee.
They're really negating Axel's position in pit because every time he's dropped that smoke to play around the bike, they've had the perfectly placed Molotov.
This is new.
Well, we saw them do this with the save Famas and the P250, not with an AWP and an M4.
Could catch the bedroom progressions. Rez has got into the apartments uncontested, I'd argue, and wager 7 rounds.
Oh, Naphany's just rotated over towards B here, so they're
Leaving
thinking NiP are
mid
going to change their
completely
direction.
open.
But A, it's a leaky ship right now.
Plovsky, surely. Surely you don't get away with that. All apps, they scream as they do start to launch. They know, wait, 2 apps. Oh, it doesn't matter. Axel's got all 3 of them on the cross back in the setup. It works like a dream. Cloud9 with 2-man A-hold. Axel awoken. And it's just Plovsky. Good luck, have fun. Nice headshot onto Shiro. Stops it from being a full whitewash.
He's gonna clutch it.
Perfect. 66. And another frag for Plopsky. Surely there's nothing more.
Fake
to be
plant
said.
and then kill.
Will go uncontested.
Another kill would be great here. The clash isn't great over there for Cloud9. If Plopsky can take one more, he's already got the bomb down. This is a very threatening round around the flames here. Oh, the line
could
out.
have been the headshot. Yeah, no, dip under it. So we recover. And we continue to trade blows.
It's
Jesus
fortunate he didn't get
Christ.
another kill there. They'll scavenge the
Jesus
AWP back. They can drop
Christus.
that over. It's going to be fine regardless. Teams is going to be winning 16-14. Now, Axel, I mentioned it previously with Naphany when he got that multi-kill on the site, it being his second multi-kill of the game. That's Axel's second multi-kill of the game, and he's the A anchor. He has a really rough go of things. So finally, in the thick of it, not just stuck at pit, not stuck in graveyard, in a more active position, he gets 3 huge kills. So great stuff for Axel, coming alive late. It doesn't matter when you get stuck into the game, as long as you get stuck in.
Shiro is trying to stay dynamic. You can see the options constantly
I don't know why they're going.
shifting.
Do you doubt it if you're NiP, though?
3 on B all the
do you go
time.
back to B? You didn't have any success on that side of the map. Why would you change from going towards A? Sure, you got stunted here. But how many times is Axel going to be able to pull off a maneuver like that? You have to ask yourself.
Yeah, but you do want to make sure that Cloud9 is still scared of this. And that flash is a good way to start it. Hobbit's safe from it.
Oh, that's info
Did
on the
Shiro
AWP.
fire a
Yeah,
shot?
he did. So that's info on the AWP immediately here. Now, the fact that he did fire that shot,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
he's rotating ahead of it here. NiP are trying to get a move on quicker when they've identified that. They're up mid.
Shiro will be there. Lurk smoke drops, so Hampus is really throwing some indicators that this is
Playing
the
through
commit.
this on the fade.
They'll already be across from Shiro's line of sight.
Huh? I can't see if he can see anything. No, he can't.
Wow, how does Brolin get that? Just to the leg exposed on the crouch.
That's what you get for
Naphany and Mini
picking your
Pit, they're
short
already tightening
angles,
the
man.
noose. Naphany
Rookie
knows.
mistake with the AWP.
Deleted. It's Axel in the pit. They know it's Axel. They know he's the pit player, and he only gets the one. Rez still clicking heads. NiP are set for 15, and Hobbit, he's just in this horrible state of panic. It's what do I do? Both of the options suck.
And this is the thing, the buy is going to suck into the next round. So even if he wanted to try and go for some crazy, heroic 1-on-3, he knows that he has to hold on to this M4. It's 1,400, bottom of the barrel loss bonus. That's all that they're going to have coming into the accounts next round. It's going to put Inters in range to get on M4, sure. But the other 3 of them, it's going to be a little bit rough around the edges here. Going into the final round of the map with a broken CT buy. And every single time NiP have been able to get this mid controlled, they feel threatening. Even in the rounds they haven't been able to convert, they're able to at least turn their attention, turn the screws, make Cloud9 sweat. The passive play from Cloud9 again in pit, in the mini pit, both those positions, they have not been working for Cloud9. They're not getting the level of production out of those positions that they require here. And NiP, they could be the fourth team to join the 2-0 bucket here today.
How much money does Cloud9 have now?
Like
Not much, I
Copenhagen
think.
Flames and Spirit tomorrow.
They should have like
to be potentially locking themselves in
3,000
the playoffs.
Fucking FAMASas.
MP9s.
Alright, well, if ever there was a time for a hero maneuver, OT required if Cloud9 want to keep themselves undefeated here in Antwerp. A win against outsiders, domestic rivals is nice. But made to sweat now up against the Ninjas. It's a far from idyllic buy.
No longer Cloud.
And A has been the answer to a lot of their problems on this T side. Can they really get away with it again? Same flight path, same default, same responsibilities. Brawlan might be trying to come and get the B players a little on edge.
Yeah, even just a little bit more of a look in here, right? If he throws anything, if he's slightly suppressing, Hampus is out. Those footsteps are heard from Nafini there.
Oh, confirms there's at least 2. One heard out.
Shoot!
Rez tagged a little further, down to 37. But they've got their presence in apps. They've got their presence up mid. And they are actually
Why is he throwing a fucking...
Oh, perfect from Nafini. With an MP9, close range, has taken down Hampus and he's looking for answers. He wants to make sure he has his defensive pieces in the right place. Shiro is heading back to B, maybe.
Oh, I can't see him. He can't see him.
Klopsky will not be considering this though. His crosshair is bang on the money. He knows where he is. And a free frag, an AK upgrade.
But the gap long.
They are
gonna run
trying
into
to pluck through it. They're chill for now. It's 20 seconds. OT, 3 frags away, and with these recovered rifles, even more threatening. Back to turn, heads are popped, and now suddenly they're flattened, with plenty of time to plant. NiP, what a recovery. Brollan's gotten away with murder there, 1 HP. He's not playing a headshot angle, it doesn't matter his health if he gets away with that. He's just playing for the round. He's just playing for the round. Yeah, get that smoke out. Ezetag even has a molly for short. Get her down.
Hampus with a 10
Problems
gifted.
now. Where's the kits?
Rooting for
One on
Sweden, I guess.
Up and over. It's powerful, it's potent, but look how restrained the Ninjas are
but
being.
Is it gonna save them?
10
gifted.
to finish in regulation.
I don't think so.
A 3v5, 2 on 2, 1 on 1, 1 HP. And I think they might have time. Breeze fires in, and I think we're done.
It doesn't have
I
time.
think we're done. Ninjas in pajamas pull it. Just about blood, sweat, and tears across the line in regulation. Good grief. A highly competitive affair.
And threats here with the boys as well. The analyst is here to play. Joins the celebrations. Massive stuff for NiP in the final round, showing Cloud9 how to lock down the A bomb site with a passive hold of their own.
Why have
Stick to their guns. A 3-on-5 to get it done. 16-14. The Swedes find themselves 1 game away from the arena.
Underestimated all the way. A 16-4 thrashing and then a full 30 rounds up against Cloud9, no less. New colors. And perhaps a new rivalry brewing. That is going to get under their skin. But another team in that 1-1 bracket that you don't really want to mess with.
Yeah, some very big names tomorrow still to be played out in those best of ones, but a highly entertaining game and some really good Counter-Strike being played from NiP here, doing it by the book, right? You could see their approach. Enjoyed what I watched, loved what we saw on that CT side, and a very close game, so this was entertaining. The desk, they were excited. I think we got what they were looking for.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. That checked every box for an entertaining game of Counter-Strike. Obviously, for Cloud9, that's going to take them straight back to the drawing board. Some things to analyze. What were the key takeaways from seeing Cloud9?
That was a good game,
maybe try and get a...
That was a good fucking game. I will say
Get all of that. If I told you it was free, would you be impressed?
Oh,
It's free to play. Get
I'll check
online.
out